Uncertainty is the downfall of many, particularly men, but ensuring your well-being is my ultimate goal. When you observe the woman you have admired for some time, what do you see? I venture that you cannot discern whether she reciprocates your interest. Living with uncertainty about someone you care deeply for is far from pleasant. However, I am here to alleviate that burden. When your friends inquire about Anita or your relationship status, you often find yourself at a loss for words or rambling without meaning. Occasionally, you hold her hand and feel content, but your joy could be greater if you comprehended her signals fully. There was a remarkable woman I once considered a friend. Every time I saw her or spent time with her, I experienced a unique feeling that was different from what I felt with other women. When I shared this with my friends, their interpretations varied wildly. Some suggested it was all in my head. Yet, I was confident that my feelings were genuine and not merely a figment of my imagination. I regarded her as a sister, and what I felt transcended mere youthful whims. If you are like me, expressing your feelings can be challenging. Over time, I realized that energy is not created but transferred, and this woman was indeed sending her energy to me. This realization is compelling, but not all men perceive it. When she moves closer, it feels as if you can sense her emotions. When you reach this point, you know something significant is imminent. You recognize her interest not just through observation, but through an internal feeling. When I made my move, she accepted, and what ensued remains our secret. When you feel that connection, hold on to it because it signifies her interest in you. When she looks down after breaking eye contact, she is conveying a sign. Traditionally, this has been understood by confident men, but now it is your turn. Scientific understanding suggests that every human harbors latent primal tendencies. In real life, these tendencies manifest when individuals of the opposite sex interact. Dominance is a trait prevalent in the male species, and in the animal kingdom, it determines if the female will mate. This principle applies to humans as well. When the woman with the dark complexion and blue eyes gazes at you and then looks away, she is signaling approval of your dominance and expressing her interest. During conversations, maintaining prolonged eye contact can be challenging for her. In such moments, there is much you can do: initiate body contact, hold her hand, touch her hair or neck, or even consider a kiss if the environment is suitable. The possibilities are vast. When she briefly looks at you and then looks down, she acknowledges your dominance and is willing to follow your lead. When she inquires about your dating history, it indicates her interest. Women often conceal their thoughts, so when they pose such questions, they seek to understand your past relationships and current status. It is human nature to avoid uncertainty. Her inquiry is a risk assessment, showing that she is already interested. In business, one does not negotiate for something undesirable. Similarly, her curiosity about your past signifies her interest. When she touches you, it is a clear indication of interest. I once dated a beautiful woman who initially stated she disliked being touched. As our relationship evolved, she began to make physical contact. Women often establish emotional barriers for security reasons, as insecurity is common. Everyone, to some extent, experiences insecurity. When a woman touches your arm during conversation or hugs you, it signifies a desire to deepen the relationship. Physical touch is a profound form of intimacy. When your crush frequently finds reasons to touch you, reciprocate and engage more deeply. Shift your conversations to more personal topics to build intimacy. Taking the initiative to make plans in advance when you meet a woman you like is crucial. This advice is vital because women may not always give you their attention, you must seek it actively. If you fail to make plans, she may move on. However, when a woman proactively makes plans, it is a strong indication that she sees you as significant. For instance, before my ex-partner Danielle and I were officially together, she would often make plans for us. Even when I did not follow up promptly, her persistence in making future plans indicated her interest. This behavior showed that she was contemplating a future with me. When a woman includes you in her future plans, it is a clear sign of her interest and consideration for a deeper relationship. She desires a long-term relationship with you, evidenced by her wish for you to meet her friends and family. Few actions communicate "I want you" more clearly than this. It might seem distant from the truth, but I urge you to consider it carefully. When a man is interested in a woman and contemplates dating or possibly marrying her, he typically introduces her to his friends and, subsequently, to his parents. It is perplexing why men often view women differently in this context. If she wants you to meet her parents or best friend, it is a significant indicator. Traditionally, a man seeks to meet her friends to gain their approval or her parents to demonstrate his seriousness. However, when a woman wishes for you to meet her friends and family, it signifies that she has been discussing you with them and now believes the time is right for introductions. When I met my wife's parents, her father mentioned that she frequently spoke about me. Understanding how a woman feels about you can be challenging. We have all experienced the uncertainty of discerning whether her behavior indicates interest or if it is her general demeanor. If you are confused and need assistance in interpreting her feelings, you are in the right place. Here, we will thoroughly discuss all the signs that indicate she desires you. A clear sign that she is interested in you is her frequent and genuine smiles when you are together. Smiling is a nonverbal way of communicating happiness, warmth, and attraction. It is so powerful that it triggers the release of feel-good chemicals like endorphins and serotonin. To emphasize, endorphins are the chemicals released during orgasm, so her feelings when she smiles around you can be likened to that, though on a different scale. Before mistaking an ordinary smile for one that indicates attraction, consider this example. Imagine you are out with friends and happen to meet some female colleagues, making your outing a mixed one. While socializing, you notice a woman consistently smiling at you whenever you make eye contact or engage in conversation. Her smile is genuine and elicits strong emotions in you. If this behavior repeats, it signifies that she enjoys your company and is interested in you. Do not overlook this opportunity. Take steps to know her better and establish a deeper connection, because that is what she desires. Another significant sign that she is interested in you is prolonged eye contact. While anyone can look into your eyes without feeling anything, prolonged eye contact is different. The eyes are a powerful tool for communicating feelings, intentions, attraction, and interest. Prolonged eye contact often creates an atmosphere of intimacy and connection between two individuals. When a woman looks into your eyes and maintains the gaze, it is a clear indication that she wants to know you better and establish a connection. Consider a scenario where you are conversing with a woman at a social event. Throughout the conversation, she holds your gaze, maintaining eye contact longer than usual. It becomes apparent that she is interested in you. Women rarely maintain eye contact with men they have no feelings for, as it can make them uncomfortable or send the wrong message. When she holds your gaze, she is attempting to convey her interest. If you feel the same way, take the initiative to make a move. If you possess a good sense of humor, it is natural for people to laugh at your jokes. However, it is important to recognize that not every joke will resonate with everyone. If you notice that a particular woman consistently laughs at your jokes, even when others do not, it is a strong indication that she has a special interest in you. While laughter is typically a response to humor, it can also signify social bonding and a desire to establish a connection. Consider a scenario where a woman's laughter may indicate her interest. Imagine you are with a group of friends, sharing memorable experiences. As you recount your story, you notice that she is giggling frequently, even when others are not. Genuine laughter, as opposed to forced laughter, is a clear sign that she enjoys your company and wishes to know you better. Do not disregard the signal. Instead, seize the opportunity to establish a deeper connection with her. Another significant indicator of her interest is the initiation of physical contact. Observe whether she finds reasons to hold your hand while walking, play with your hair, or give you random hugs. These actions, although seemingly casual, suggest that she is comfortable with you and desires a closer relationship. During my college years, I had a female friend who was particularly touchy, and I initially thought this was typical behavior among friends. However, over time, it became evident that she had romantic feelings for me. If you notice similar behavior, take it as a sign of her interest. A woman who shows interest in your life and daily activities is likely interested in establishing a deeper connection. When she inquires about your day, hobbies, family, goals, and aspirations, she is not merely engaging in small talk. She is attempting to understand you better and foster intimacy. From a psychological perspective, showing interest in someone's personal life often indicates a desire to strengthen emotional bonds. If a woman who typically enjoys talking about herself starts taking an interest in your life, it signifies that she values your relationship and seeks to know you better. Compliments from you hold significant value to her. Women receive numerous compliments, but not all are taken seriously. If she blushes when you compliment her, it is a clear sign that she values your opinion and has an interest in you. Blushing is an involuntary response caused by the release of adrenaline, which dilates blood vessels and reddens the face. If she blushes at your compliments, it indicates that she harbors feelings for you. Consider the following scenario. You meet a woman at the movies, exchange contact information, and start conversing regularly. When you plan a date and she arrives looking exceptionally attractive, you compliment her, and she responds by blushing. This reaction reveals that she is interested in you and appreciates your attention. Furthermore, if a woman remembers the smallest details about you, it indicates her interest. She will recall seemingly trivial information, such as your childhood fear of puppies or the bicycle you received from your father. My ex-girlfriend, for example, remembered numerous small details about my childhood and would often tease me about my love for ice cream. This attention to detail demonstrates that she values what you say and is genuinely interested in you. In summary, if a woman consistently laughs at your jokes, initiates physical contact, shows interest in your life, appreciates your compliments, and remembers small details about you, these are strong indicators that she desires a deeper connection with you. Do not overlook these signs. Instead, act on them to explore the potential of the relationship. She subtly adjusts her hair when you're in her presence, perhaps shifting her weight or tapping her foot during your conversations. These actions, though often attributed to shyness, actually signify her interest in you. From a psychological perspective, feelings of nervousness stem from the release of excitement hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones are triggered whenever you're near her or engage with her visually. Some women may even display visible signs of agitation simply in response to your proximity. This anecdote recalls a past experience involving a friend and a college acquaintance. Matthew, a collegiate baseball athlete, developed romantic feelings for a fellow student and sought counsel regarding his emotions. Advised to establish a foundation of friendship prior to expressing his affections, Matthew approached the young woman, noting her visibly perspiring palms and apprehensive demeanor during their initial interactions. It became evident that these physical manifestations mirrored his own sentiments, ultimately leading to the blossoming of a romantic relationship between them. Thus, it behooves one to be attentive to cues of nervousness during conversations, as they may signal reciprocal feelings of attraction. Additionally, a woman's concerted efforts to enhance her appearance in your presence often serve as an indicator of her interest. Consider a scenario where a planned rendezvous prompts her departure from customary attire to don a resplendent gown and elegant heels. Such deliberate alterations in presentation bespeak a desire to impress and captivate. Women frequently exhibit heightened attention to aesthetic details when harboring affection for an individual. Failure to acknowledge this concerted effort may inadvertently result in diminished interest. Consequently, if one discerns such signs of interest and reciprocates the sentiment, it is prudent to act accordingly. Jealousy serves as a conspicuous indicator of a woman's romantic inclinations. Despite disclaimers asserting immunity to such emotions, jealousy remains a universal facet of human interaction. Should she betray signs of envy in response to your interactions with other women or make reference to previous encounters, it denotes an underlying interest in securing your exclusive attention. Women often resort to subtle displays of possessiveness as a means of signaling their intentions. Accordingly, vigilance is warranted when assessing her demeanor during interactions with other female acquaintances, as it may reveal nuanced insights into her emotional disposition. Humorous references to prospective romantic entanglements or scenarios involving your companionship represent another significant indicator of her interest. While not universally exhibited, such jests assume heightened significance when observed. A reminiscence from bygone high school days involving a close confidant named Sheila serves as illustrative. Despite ostensibly platonic rapport, Sheila frequently indulged in playful conjectures regarding the prospect of romantic involvement between us. Subsequent actions belied deeper sentiments, culminating in her initiation of an intimate encounter. Such scenarios underscore the significance of playful banter as a covert means of expressing romantic interest. Furthermore, affirmative responses to your overtures of flirtation underscore mutual interest. Whether manifested through tactile expressions such as hand-holding during a leisurely promenade or embracing at social gatherings, her receptive disposition conveys a desire for intimacy. Such affirmative responses serve as indicators of her receptivity to furthering the amorous connection. The sharing of intimate disclosures or personal fears signifies a degree of trust and vulnerability typically reserved for individuals of romantic interest. Accordingly, when confronted with such telltale signs, prudent action entails the pursuit of further romantic entanglement. Upon encountering her, you promptly sought to exchange contact information. Following some initial conversation, you observed her demeanor becoming increasingly relaxed in your presence. This was further evidenced by her willingness to disclose personal experiences, including childhood traumas. This openness stems from a sense of trust she feels towards you. It is imperative to refrain from exploiting this trust by betraying her confidences. Instead, demonstrate compassion and support, assuring her of your presence and understanding. Active listening and offering reassurance in moments of vulnerability can distinguish you favorably from other suitors. As she continues to confide in you, the likelihood of her developing romantic feelings increases. Recognize and capitalize on this opportunity to deepen your connection and potentially pursue a romantic relationship. Consider a scenario where Anita, a close acquaintance, is perceived merely as a friend by you. Despite your assertions to the contrary, feedback from mutual acquaintances suggests otherwise. Addressing this discrepancy is essential for your romantic prospects. To enhance your success in courting potential partners, it is imperative to navigate such interpersonal dynamics adeptly. Let us now explore 7 discernible cues to distinguish platonic interactions from romantic interest. Firstly, receiving compliments can serve as a subtle indicator of romantic interest. Attention is a fundamental component of the courtship process. As an individual of above-average attractiveness, it is vital to recognize the significance of compliments from admirers. When an attractive individual, such as a Brazilian beauty, consistently praises your appearance or actions, it often signifies flirtation rather than mere admiration. Secondly, observant behavior on social media platforms may indicate romantic interest. Take, for instance, the case of Regina, who exhibited consistent engagement with your online content. Such actions, although seemingly innocuous, reflect a deliberate effort to capture your attention. Whether it is Regina or another admirer, this behavior signals a desire for deeper connection and warrants further exploration. Thirdly, gestures drawing attention to her lips during conversation may indicate a flirtatious intent. When a woman engages in lip-biting or other similar behaviors, it often conveys underlying sexual attraction. Be attuned to such signals during interactions, as they may signify a desire for intimacy beyond platonic friendship. To underscore the significance of seizing the opportunity for intimate relations on the mentioned evening, it behooves one to take cognizance of her physical attributes. Additionally, one may draw an analogy to the strategic deployment of resources in warfare. Analogous to a nation's military, women navigating the realm of courtship employ various tactics judiciously. As the competitive landscape escalates, she may resort to subtle maneuvers to capture your attention. This phenomenon may be particularly discernible if she perceives another individual vying for your affections. In such scenarios, she might accentuate her physical features to captivate your interest. It is imperative to maintain acute attentiveness to these nuanced cues to preclude their inadvertent oversight. Those adept at deciphering such signals exhibit a heightened level of social acumen vis-a-vis the average individual. Diverging from the perceived platonic demeanor, she may subtly adjust her attire to accentuate her physique or adopt suggestive body language. This serves as a final recourse to elicit your attention. Should she advance to ostentatiously display her legs or other enticing features, it is incumbent upon one to expeditiously avail oneself of the opportunity to initiate romantic overtures. Furthermore, the recurrent introduction of topics pertaining to sexual activity during conversation warrants earnest consideration. It is often postulated that individuals espouse sentiments reflective of their innermost thoughts. Hence, when a woman consistently steers discussions toward intimate matters, it may signify a desire for physical intimacy with you. Anita, or any woman evincing similar behavior, is not engaging in idle discourse. Rather, she is conveying her inclination towards a more intimate connection with you. Moreover, diligent observation of the nuanced cues emanating from her social milieu proves indispensable. The remarks and comportment of her confidants offer invaluable insights into her authentic sentiments. These individuals frequently engage in candid discussions pertaining to romantic interests, inclusive of your person. Should Anita's associates proffer suggestive allusions or commentary concerning your rapport, it serves as a salient indicator of her genuine interest in you. Prudent heed to such indicators facilitates informed navigation of romantic pursuits. Well, Stoics, we're reaching the end of today's adventure. Remember to let me know what you think down below in the comments, and you could get a like and a personal response from me. Also, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell for more content like this. See you in the next one.